Hi guys, it is me, the Before You Buy guy. I've been working hard researching and finding out everything that you need to know before you buy the Huawei B525 router. Coming up in this short video, I'm going to show you how to access the internet from anywhere that has mobile coverage using a 4G SIM. I'll show you how I boosted my signal using this modem with an external antenna, and I'm also going to show you how to set this device up using an old school landline phone. You're going to get all of that and more. Let's get to it. So first of all, let's see what you get in the box with this router. You get the router body itself. This comes in black or white. One phone line port, one USB 2 port. You've got 4 Ethernet ports, and over here you've got a factory reset button. You'll need a paperclip or a skewer or something pointy to press this if you want to factory reset the device. On the top of the router, you've got a WPS button and a power button. Over here is the slot where you put in the SIM card. Make sure you read the instructions and don't break your SIM down too small or it won't work. At the front of the device from left to right, you've got a white light that lights up, showing you that the router is switched on. Next to this, you've got a round circle light that will let you know the status of your connections. This light will be red when you're not connected to the internet and green when you are. Next up, you've got a Wi-Fi indicator that will switch on when this device is sending out active Wi-Fi. You've got this computer symbol here that'll flash white when you're connected via one of the Ethernet ports to your computer. The last indicator here is for signal strength, going from 0 bars for no signal up to 5 bars for the maximum signal strength. Pretty much anywhere that has 4G, you'll be able to get relatively fast internet using a 4G SIM card using this router. It's like setting up a giant hotspot that covers your entire house. Plus, you can plug in devices using the Ethernet cable so that you can have a more reliable and stable wired wireless connection. This router does work for both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi signals. I guess it depends on your location. I purchased this router because there were very limited options for internet in my area. 4G is the fastest and most reliable internet that I can get at the moment. You can see that I've got a couple of little antennas that I'm using at the back here. Now, they didn't come in the box with this product. I actually had these 2 small antennas from another 4G modem, and I thought, well, it's surely going to be better to have some antenna than none. The Huawei B525 does come with internal antennas, so you can use this device without any antennas plugged in. If you want to plug in an external antenna, you've got to go into the settings and then select external antenna. I'll show you how to do that now. So you go into system and then you go antenna settings. It'll actually pop up with a warning saying don't use an external antenna that's not supplied by your provider. I didn't use an antenna that was supplied by my provider, so I actually sourced my own antennas, and they all seem to work just fine. So these 2 little antennas, they came from another 4G modem that did have antennas. I plugged them straight into the back of this router. It did improve my speed as opposed to not having any antennas. But I wanted to go further and see if I could actually get even more performance than what I could get from these 2 small antennas. I purchased a large 4G antenna, which is normally attached to vehicles, but I thought I'm going to stick this on my roof and run the wire down to my modem to see what kind of performance increase I can get using this external antenna. I wasn't sure the best antenna to get, so I reached out to an antenna expert and got their opinion, and they recommended that I purchase this particular model. I'll pop the model number up on the screen here. Can't really see this one for sale anymore, but essentially it's a large 4G vehicle antenna. So without using any antenna, I normally have around 3 to 4 bars of signal. When I'm using these 2 small external antennas, I can normally get around 4 to 5 bars. When I plug in this large external antenna that's on my roof, I'm consistently getting 5 bars of signal strength. Let's take a quick look at a speed test comparing using no antennas to using the small antennas to using the large antenna on the roof. So you can see from the results there's definitely an increase in speed with the large antenna as opposed to the small antennas, which is also faster than no antenna. Now 4G internet can also be a little bit temperamental when it comes to the weather, but using this large antenna, I find that it's much more reliable and consistent. If I go back to the small antennas, I find that it drops out, especially when it's cloudy or raining. Now I didn't realize this before I bought the router, but after I bought it, I noticed a little phone port at the back of the device, and I thought, I wonder if you can plug this into a landline phone, how easy it is to set up. And I can tell you right now, it's very easy. So you can see there's a phone port at the back here. All I did was plug a phone cable here at the back of the modem, and then I plugged the other side of the cable into the back of the phone, and then plugged in the phone. Boom, it started working right away. Got a dial tone and I was able to call and receive calls back in. If you need to have a landline phone at your house for whatever reason, but don't want to pay for line rental or get another phone plan, and you have this 4G router, this is a great solution for you. Now I found that you could use this device with any SIM card. I've tried it with an Optus SIM card, Telstra SIM card and a Vodafone SIM card, and they all work just fine. It's great that because this device is 4G, you can take it anywhere. If you wanted to go camping, or maybe you're a fly-in, fly-out worker, if you want to have internet that you can take with you, this is fantastic. You just pick up the router, unplug it, take it with you to wherever you're going, and you've got your internet when you need it. It is good that you have the option to install external antennas, even though it recommends that you don't do that. I found that it improved the performance, the reliability, and the speed of the connection. There aren't really many negatives that I could find for this device. So the USB port at the back of the router can be used to share files between people who run the network, but this is USB 2. I think they could improve this router by making this a USB 3 for faster data transfer. I also do think they could improve the Wi-Fi range for this device. I found that this router didn't cover my whole house in Wi-Fi, and I had to get a range extender which I put in my lounge room so that I could get the best performance for my internet all throughout my house. So the range extender that I'm using to boost my Wi-Fi is the Linksys RE6700. I've done a video on that as well. You can check that out in the link just here. The Google reviewers did tend to agree with me. Not many people found fault with this device. I found it really hard to find a negative review. The only negative review that I found was in another language, and when I translated it, it was difficult to understand what they were complaining about. If you're looking for a 4G router, you might be hard pressed to find a better option than this one. It is reliable, it has consistent performance, it's got good options for adding external antennas or a phone, and it's got a USB port at the back, and it uses dual band Wi-Fi. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.